slightly apprehensive here because this is the first day at Reberty, and we're coming up to take the first run of the morning, which is down this slope here, which we know will be icy because it was very slushy the day before. It was cold last night. It's going to be slippery. Well, I mean, hopefully it's slippery, but it's just how slippery. Lovely day, blue sky, sun shining, 4 inches of snow forecast tonight, and there we have the chalet. Well, down the first tricky bit, through the houses, mostly fairly hard packed stuff at the moment. A bit of slush as you come around the corner to go over the bridge. Now we're going up on the bucket because we want to try and get the long green down, which is called Les Violettes, which is very nice. In the meanwhile, as usual, the views are pretty sensational, but big brown patches. So the 4 inches of snow that's due to fall tonight will make a big difference, we hope. And then it's due to snow all day tomorrow, and somebody said minus 28 degrees tomorrow. Now that is cold. Right, up the bucket, hack a bit of cross country to the Roc des Trois Marches, and if we've got this right, this one should take us up to the top of the well, there's a restaurant where you can drop down on a little blue down to Les Violettes, if we got it right. If we got it wrong, it's black.
If we got it wrong, we come straight back down in the gondola.
Well, maybe not. Yeah, right, sorry, we started. Yeah, this is the... no, we haven't. Right, a bit of a cock-up link there. This is the top of the Trois Marches, and there's the restaurant. So you don't have far to go if you don't want to do very much. Get a cup of coffee, and showed. Or you can go off down to the right here, which is the La Violette. Lovely run. If you don't want to do that, if you want something a little bit more challenging, swivel around. Off in that direction, can't see, is Les Allées, which is a blue run, which goes off in a big semicircle and then links way round there back with Les Violettes a bit lower down. So either way, nice runs. Okay, this is the start of it. Nice gentle green. A little bit compacted this morning because it's first thing in the morning, but you can take it at your own pace. Which in our case is quite slow. Now I think that needs a bit more snow.
Yes.
Once you've got over the hard corrugated pisted bit, which is still frozen from last night, the Violette opens up into a lovely soft green long run. It's a pity really, you have to do the first bit to get to this, but I don't know of any alternative. This is ideal for learners because it's nice, gentle, softish snow, easy to turn on, and you can see it's a beautiful run. In fact, it's almost a bit too beautiful because I think we're going to go uphill slightly here. So just let it run. A few bumps as we go over other runs. Round the corner. There's Les Menures down below. Bumpy for some reason here. I can only assume it's because of people are going straight across this piste from other pistes. You have to do a bit of the old shock absorber knees here. It's a cracking run. Scrub off a bit of speed, don't want to hit the bottom too fast. And here we are, just above Les Menures. And I would think that's probably a good signal for a cup of coffee. So, having done your run on the Violette, you immediately get on the gondola and come up again. But you don't go straight down the slopes, you go to the cafe, which has pretty good views and lots of deck chairs, and is very hot. It's difficult to believe that we're going to get a dump of snow tomorrow, or tonight even, because there's just not a sign of it. But there are parts of that run that definitely need it, so roll on snow. Right, a little bit of Les Allées down from the cafe over to the bottom of this chair here, and that takes you pretty well up to the top. And even up here there's another restaurant, so you can ski off in several directions from here, and we're going to take Grand Lac, which is a Blanc Bleu, picks up eventually with Les Violettes. Meanwhile, back on Monday morning, and there's snow outside and people outside. About 4 inches during the night. It was supposed to be snowing all day today, but it isn't. Yesterday outside here, where we walked from the ski locker to the piste, was a succession of puddles basically, with a distinct lack of snow. This morning there's about 4 inches of new snow. Right, well, this bun fight is the pluviometre, which comes from the top of the, what's the top of?
The Bruyere?
Well, Bruyere, yes. which is the is it the Mont Chambre? Anyway, whatever it is,
Yeah, the cold
Col de la Chambre. It comes down all the way down right into Val d'Aran. On the way there's some pretty spectacular scenery. The new snow we had last night has softened the contours. It's supposed to be new snow again today, and one thing we weren't expecting, I guess, was sunshine. Pick my way through this because although it's not very steep, there's a few mounds of snow being kicked up by people traversing. Now, wouldn't you just fancy skiing down that? Look at those tracks. This is getting a little bit too lumpy to ski on now. And that's it. Alright, well, we've been down to Val d'Aran and it's too hot down there, so we didn't stop there. So we went up, had a lunch, and now it's 1:30, and really it's snowing sufficiently hard that we think we're fair weather skiers, you see, so we're going to head back to the chalet, which is over there, which is going to be a bit sort of cross country, I think. Tuesday morning, and it kind of snows a bit and then eases off and then snows a bit more. I think it's going to do this probably all morning, as a result of which there's a couple more inches of snow. This is the view out of the back of the bedroom window. Quick trip round, not much to see. I don't think we could leave this room without demonstrating the magic of the Thunderbox, and my assistant, the very lovely Debbie McGee, will demonstrate. Ta-da! Thank you. All right, Wednesday morning now, and it's still snowing. There was some blue sky, disappeared. But what's most pathetic is the team's attempts to make breakfast. Right, the team.
17 people.
Yeah.
We need a bigger kitchen.
This is boiling an egg, and also making your own egg cup time. Look at that.
To make egg cups.
Look at that. That is pathetic.
Brilliant. One coffee, 2 cheers. Quality schmutter this is.
Unbelievable. It's a good thing there's chalet people the rest of the week.
Should I put the plates on the
5-star
apartment? This is a luxury chalet.
And what time were you to bed this morning, sir?
I slept in somebody's corridor.
At about 4:30.
Coming up now, come up, walking back up this mountain. Jesus Christ, got to be somewhere else. Where's Fran when you need her? I went into one hotel and I didn't like look at that, so I came out there and found another one and a heater. Got upside heater.
Yeah, I forgot to say, we didn't actually ski very much on Tuesday because well, A, we're chicken, and B, it was snowing quite hard. That's our excuse. But today, making up for it, we've been across to Valon, skied that twice. Now we're up at the top of Grand Lac, which should take us down to St Martin de Belleville eventually. It's a long blue, and the snow's good, but it's quite chopped up at the top, so I'm going to try filming it, but I might have to abandon it halfway. So far so good. Bit of speed because they're going uphill now. Right, it's a still Grand Lac. Right, and this is where it forks off. You can either go onwards, which links up with the Violette, or we're going off on the Pelazet, which takes us down to St Martin de Belleville. That looks nice. Looks nice and flat, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, are you ready? Sorry about the heavy breathing. This is a lovely blue. Tempting to go off piste. Let's try it. So this is the halfway station down to St Martin de Belleville, where you come up from St Martin de Belleville on number 1, then you cross over here and go up on the chair, which takes you right up to the top again. In the meantime, we're going down BLA, which takes us right down on a blue into St Martin on a good day. Only slight problem with this run is that the lower portions are of course a bit compacted and a bit icy because they will have been well skied, and St Martin de Belleville is actually quite low. There it is. I knew there was something missing from Reberty. It's trees. There we are, trees. So we're now below the tree line, and they're blowing artificial snow down here, which doesn't really surprise. So this appears to be the bottom. There's the village, and you go through a tunnel to get through to the other side, and hopefully a cafe. Okay, having had lunch in St Martin de Belleville, we come up on St Martin 1 gondola, then up on this St Martin 2, which is a chair, and we reckon this must be one of the most barren wildernesses of snow that you can ever come across on a chair. There's absolutely nothing. This is the blue down from the top of the link from St Martin de Belleville all the way back down to Reberty, well, not to Reberty really, via Violette. And the sun's come out, which has made a huge difference. It's a wee bit flat in places. Thursday morning now, and going up in the Roc de Trois Marches, out of Les Menuets, going up to Violette, etc. And the visibility is a bit dubious. It's been snowing, we stopped to have a coffee, and I thought, well, we'll have to do it, so we're going up. Right, it's still Thursday, so little opportunity to film today because it's been snowy and bleak and overcast. You have to do this crappy little run that goes down to the, right down to the bottom. Well, having said that, the sun's going to come out brilliant. I should go through a tunnel with this one. That's the gondola that takes you up to Vallon. Right, Friday morning comes, and it has at least